Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Monday afternoon. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. We're still in the midst of a Storm Track 7 yellow alert day. The extreme heat is building along with the humidity, and the chance for severe storms still on track for this afternoon and this evening, especially for areas along and south of Highway 20 for both the heat and the chance for severe weather. We do have the heat advisory in effect for most of the Quad Cities National Weather Service counties. So that does not include Black Hawk County, Grundy County, and Tama County, although I would argue it probably should. But everybody else along and south of Highway 20 covered by that heat advisory, where the heat index could get as high as between 105 and 110 degrees. Not as hot as you go north of Highway 20. I mean, you're still going to feel like the 90s to near 100. But as you see here on the heat index forecast, you're seeing those triple-digit temperatures popping up, and again, could be as high as 110, especially along and south of I-80. Once those storms start to develop, well, of course, you're going to get in on some relief from the heat and humidity, but there is a lot of energy for those storms to work with. So we have the dew points that are in the mid-70s and high temperatures in the 90s there for areas along and south of Highway 20. You're going to have this weak cold front that approaches as well, allowing the air to lift, and you can tap into that instability, and you have basically everything going for the chance for severe storms. So it's a level 3 out of 5 risk for areas along and south of Highway 20. That level 3 rides kind of up along Oelwein towards parts of Clayton County. Level 2 out of 5 elsewhere. And it's still going to be a chance for significant straight line winds. That's going to be the greatest threat here. Initially, as the storms develop, potentially some large hail, and then as the storms grow into a line or a bowing segment, well, that's when the threat will primarily shift into some damaging wind gusts. And we also can't rule out a few tornadoes along the way with either mode of either discrete cells or a line of storms. So that's what we're looking at here, most likely starting about the mid-afternoon. So let's go through future track. We've had some cloud cover out there, but some of that is thinning out. That's only going to increase the instability that we have in the atmosphere. And as we get that cold front approaching, you're going to start to see some agitation in the clouds, but it should be a quick explosion, so to speak, of that storm development. And there you see it there, about 3 to 4 p.m. Right along Highway 20 is what I'm thinking we'll see that. And that will continue to grow into the line. As you can see, there might even come in a couple of different waves, but there's that bowing segment, kind of looks like a backward C, if you will. That's some very strong winds pushing up behind that storm, and that strong wind is realized at the surface. And that's going to continue moving southeast as you go through the evening commute. As you get to about 7, 8 p.m., looks like the leading edge already moving out of the viewing area. We should be completely done with the storms by 10 p.m. After that, it'll be a partly cloudy night, and we have a lot of dry weather on the way for the rest of the week. Not just that, but even though it is extremely humid out there today, we're going to see the dew points really dropping off here over the next couple of days, down to the 50s for the middle of the week, and that's very low for July standards. So we do have to get through the heat, the storm chances for today. Again, there you see the highs in the 90s in the south, 80s in the north. That's also being fueled by that south-southwest wind and some sunshine, and just a lot of instability for those storms to develop. But once we get past them for this evening, well, then lows drop down to the mid-60s to near 70 for tonight. And tomorrow looks like a great day. Lower humidity. You have high temperatures anywhere from the upper 70s to about the mid-80s, and partly cloudy skies. And we actually look even cooler from there. Highs generally in the upper 70s or low 80s in spots for Wednesday with more sunshine, and then basically just a slow climb in temperatures into the weekend, but dry throughout with very low humidity and still right around normal into next week as you have several chances for rain beginning on Monday.